Hi everybody, Stefan here from EDC Austria, and today I want to show you my current EDC which I carry on my body. So let's start from left to right. First we have my trusty Omega Seamaster 300M. It's an automatic watch that I really trust with my life. It works perfectly. I think I'm gonna do a review of it too later on, because it's worth a review, even though there are many out there, but I've been using it for over a year now and I think I have some good perspective on it. Secondly, because many people told me in the EDC bag video, by the way, if you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here, that I didn't have any paracord. So I'm currently mostly wearing either the Naughty Boys or the Bear Grylls from Gerber paracord, and those both should provide enough cordage for my needs, which is mostly urban use of my EDC, because I rarely get in any rural environments. Here you have my emergency pill supply, which is also waterproof. All important things are in here. Of course, not sorted or anything, but you gotta take what you can get. Here I carry a nice brass spinner that I like a lot. It was about $100 total. I also have a video on this, which I link up here, and I have many more spinners coming, so there will be a lot of new videos on the spinners in the future. I still have this wallet currently, just a regular leather wallet with my bank card, my Visa card, a bit of cash and some coins, but it doesn't block RFID or anything, and I did try for the last time now to get a nice RFID blocking minimalistic kind of card holder and money holder, and we'll see if that works out. Okay, here we have my keychain, but I have to tell you in advance, I don't plan on carry all of this in the future, because this is about half a pound of stuff and that's just too heavy. But I'm currently just really looking into what I can get away with, and yeah, what is useless, like this. This is a Forever Spin keychain holder, which I just attached here to show my love for the Forever spinning tops, which I collect. There will be a video out, there isn't currently. Here is from Poker, I think, a blue glowing, I don't know what it's called exactly, but if it's dark it glows blue and it doesn't need to be recharged or anything. Then here is my key for the mailbox. Here is my Leatherman bruiser, which is really only a Leatherman a small pry bar and a bottle opener. I was asked to do a review on this, but I'm not Nick Shabazz. I can talk about a mini pry bar for like 10 minutes. You can pry and you can open bottles. That's about it. Here is a Kingston 64GB USB stick that's quite sturdy, but it's USB 2.0, so I think I'm gonna exchange that too in the near future. Here I have an emergency peanut lighter that should be filled. Yeah, it is. Next, I finally got a replacement for my Ultrarac K18, which is a 360 lumen keychain light, which is accomplished with a 10440 battery. I really like this a lot, and they have done some major improvements to the light, and you can get it for around 20 bucks at GearBest. I'll put a link for this one if you might be interested. Here I have a new Sanrenmu knife that is non-locking, but it kind of locks in here pretty sturdy, so you have to exert quite a bit of force to close it again, but I don't know any specifics about it. But it's nice to have a small knife with you at all times. Here I have a small fire striker, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I always carry a lighter, and in my bag I usually carry extra lighters too. I think I'm gonna put this just in my EDC bag. But if I use up the about 25 days that my EDC bag provides on lighting, then I am in big trouble. Here is my mark. If my stamp, if you find it, so that you can just put it in a mailbox or call the number. And I'm notified, and here's just some keys. So that's my keychain, but like I said, I'm gonna remove a few of those things in order to get it lighter again, because I also carry my knife in the same pocket, and that kind of causes a bit of, yeah, it weighs down your pants significantly. Here is the V tactical pen made from titanium. Very nice milling work here. And it's also become quite rare because it seems they need their full capacity for their knives, as they are producing so many different models now. So this one is no longer produced. So if you see it in stock anywhere for around 75 to 100 bucks, grab it, because you won't be able to soon. And it uses a Fisher Space Pen refill, and it works great, and is a fantastic tactical pen, so I would really stick with this. I was using the TW pepper spray gel, but a guy who's really familiar with pepper sprays warned me that this is actually quite weak. So now I'm back to the Pro Secure from Walter, which is a police strength pepper spray in a ballistic way, so it sprays out in a straight line, and you can aim it directly, and there is no fog where you risk of hitting yourself if there's wind. And I'm quite happy with this. I tested it by mistake once and just sprayed for a tenth of a second, and most of it even wound up on my finger, but still the little bit that was dispersed in the room required me to air out the room for 20 minutes, and during the 20 minutes leave it completely. Here's my armor case Zippo, just a regular armor case Zippo in a polished shell. I like Zippos a lot, and I currently prefer them to the plasma lighters I usually use. Here is also one where I always only carry one of those, but they are very similar as they both use CR123A batteries, only this one is rechargeable and goes up to 900 lumens in the turbo mode, but only for 30 seconds. Then it steps down gradually, and it still has the magnetic bag, which this is the S Mini Baton, that's a special edition, doesn't have, and it also only goes up to 600 lumen. And I of course always use rechargeable batteries, but honestly I don't carry these if I have my EDC bag with me, because I have an S1A from Olight in there, which is plenty. Here is my current neck knife. This is the Poker dog tag, and the name is quite right because it's actually smaller than an actual dog tag, but it's a very nice 440C steel knife that's of course chisel ground, otherwise it wouldn't work, and the lock is quite strong, and for small tasks it's more than sufficient. The only thing is, if you just wear a t-shirt or so and you want to put this under it, it's quite cold because it's all metal. And finally we are getting to the knives. First we have the Para 3 from Spyderco, which I recently bought. As you noticed, I just wasn't able to do the spider flick, which is mostly because my nerves are shut, but I manage it like 90% of the time, but of course not when the camera is running. This is quite a small knife, but it does the job nicely as an EDC knife. There will be an in-depth review coming up soon. Secondly, I have my Incosi, which I set a bit strong. As you just noticed, it's hard to flick it open, so I might loosen the pivot a bit and then re-Loctite it, because it has the same mechanism as the Sebenza 25, which I also own, but this one is set a bit better, so it's not so hard to flick it open. And this one also doesn't close that easily, so I will have to reset it, but it's still an absolutely sufficient and elegant EDC knife. And finally, I also currently like to carry my Ganzo automatic knife. I don't know the exact, does it say here? Ganzo F758. And as opposed to the Kershaw Launch series, which costs about 5 times as much, this has no problem locking every time and at every angle you're holding it. And it is very well made and costs about 22 bucks, so that's quite a good investment. Sadly, only DHgate has it, but I heard they now have PayPal, although I haven't verified that myself. And as all Ganzo knives, it comes in 440C steel. Yeah, that was it for my current EDC. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you have anything to say, questions, comments, anything, please leave them in the comment section. And please subscribe for upcoming reviews and so that you find all my older reviews easier. Thanks a lot for watching and bye bye.